Want to get more listings? I'm going to talk about 5 overlooked sources for seller leads. So, first and foremost, the first thing I want to point out is, where are the sellers? Where do you find them? I often say go to your tax rolls and find anyone who's been living in the home for longer than 5 to 7 years. And once you locate those people, you're going to find out that in most cases they're just about getting ready to move. They got the itch to move. And in most cases, you also want to find homes where they have at least 20% equity instilled in their home's value. Number 2, go into your local MLS and find out homes that have recently been purchased within a neighborhood or a specific area. Now, if you see in the tax rolls that one particular name keeps coming up over and over and over again, chances are this is an investor who's going in purchasing properties and paying cash. Now, what you want to do is contact this individual and tell them, hey, investor, if I was able to find you another property just like the ones you've purchased, would you be interested? And all they're going to say is, most likely. So then what you do is you go to those homeowners that you've identified as potentially going to move, and you contact them and say, hey, I have a cash buyer interested in your property. Are you interested in selling? And usually you'll have a dialogue back and forth. Either A, they are interested in selling, what's the cash offer? And if it's not enough, then you could tell them, well, you know what? I understand that you don't want to take this investor's cash offer, but what I am willing to do is list your price for full retail value on the market. Number 3, another way to get listings are for sale by owners. They're pretty much home sellers with their hands raised in the air saying, please help me sell my home. Now what you want to do is you don't want to harass these people. You don't want to tell them that they can't do the job of selling the home without an agent's help. You don't want to undermine them and make them feel stupid. What you do want to do is you want to bring value. So you want to say, hey seller, I see you're trying to sell your home on your own. How can I help you? If I brought you a buyer, would you pay me a 3%, 2% commission, whatever they're willing to pay? And if they are, you could then say, well, you know what? I know you've been having a little trouble getting your home sold. Is it okay if I do a free open house for you? I'll use my resources, I'll use my time and my efforts to promote the open house. And if anybody comes through that's interested in purchasing your home, voila, we got you a buyer. And what's in it for me? Well, there's a lot of other people that may not exactly fall in love with your home, and I'd love an opportunity to help them find something that suits them. Number 4, short sales. Now, a lot of agents don't know exactly what's involved with getting a short sale done, so they kind of shy away from it. Or they think, you know what, business is great. I don't need to deal with a short sale, so they shy away from it. What I'm telling you to do is embrace the short sale. Right now, if you look on your tax rolls, you're going to see several properties in just one neighborhood that are already in pre-foreclosure. That means the bank has sent them a letter or a legal note saying that, hey, we're suing you for foreclosure. Now, usually a foreclosure doesn't happen right away. It takes some time. But once you identify which properties have been filed a list pendants on, you can actually go to those homeowners and say, hey homeowners, I'm a realtor, I want to help you get your home sold. Don't let the house go into foreclosure. If you do, it's going to ruin your credit. You won't be able to buy a home for another 7 years. At least let me help get your home sold for less than what is owed to the bank. And in most cases, the bank will forgive your debt, and they'll pay for all of the costs associated with the sale. They'll pay for real estate commissions, they'll pay for closing costs, and anything else that's involved. Now, what I recommend you do as an agent is get a professional attorney or someone who's going to negotiate the short sale for you and the seller. That way you just focus on getting the home listed and getting it sold. The short sale negotiator will negotiate the terms appropriate for the buyer and, the seller and the bank. Number 5, probate. Now, if you're not sure what probate is, what it is exactly is if someone passes away and they don't have their life in order, what happens is that house, instead of going to their next of kin right away, they say, wait, this homeowner may have some debts that haven't been paid off. We need to make sure that everything's clear before we transfer the property from them to the next of kin. So what happens is it goes through a probate process. Probate process could take, on average anywhere to 3 months before everything gets settled or resolved. Now, you as an agent, you could go to court records and determine which properties fall under probate or are currently in probate. contact the next of kin or the attorneys and say, hey, do you have any interest in keeping the home, or would you like someone like me just to sell it? That way you guys can liquidate those assets and spread them amongst yourselves. In most cases, if I have a nephew in New Jersey and my uncle in Florida passed away, I've never seen the property, I probably don't know much about it, and I don't want to take responsibility or control of it. So in most cases, the thought of getting it sold and liquidizing the cash sounds really appealing. So if I were you, I would even keep an eye out for these probate properties, and it's another source of listings for you. So if you like what you had to see, please feel free to watch more of our videos or subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information, click the link below.